This video, I want to share with you the one story per day strategy that I've recently started using. And each time I use it, it brings in anywhere from 10 to 30 warm inbound leads directly into my Instagram inbox. Okay. Earlier this week, I shared a video providing a bit of behind the scenes around two types of Instagram posts that I've been using. And organically, these are bringing in between $200 and $500 per day, fully passively. Now, the response to that video was really positive. I got a bunch of messages, and people said they found it really helpful. And so I figured I'd share in this one another little, I guess, tactic that I'm using on Instagram at the moment, which is a newer platform for me. It's historically not been a big part of my business, but due to some recent changes, it's becoming more and more of a core component, and I can see the power in it. It's also has the power to aggressively grow your list of leads and buyers in very minimal time. And if you followed me for any length of time, you'll know a couple of things. One is I like to keep things simple, and two, if I can find a really efficient way to do things, we're going to double down on that. Okay, so this is, you could consider this a follow on from the video earlier in the week, which if you haven't seen, you're welcome to go and check out after watching this one. And so stories is obviously it's a feature that's been around for a long time, and it's very powerful, and I've used it in different ways across the journey, like sharing kind of intraday stuff, what's going on, sharing results, testimonials, all this kind of stuff. But this is like the simplest way that I've ever used it, and I've been really surprised by the results. So give this a go and let me know. Okay, so a couple of rules, and then I'm going to give you some examples as well. First thing is wait for your existing stories, be that one or multiple, to expire. We want a blank slate. The second thing is you're only going to post one story, as the name suggests. Okay, and there's going to be some core components to this. We're going to have a still image, we're going to have a headline, we're going to have a text block, and we're going to have a clear call to action. And then the last thing is we're going to have a ManyChat automation set up behind it. That's going to do a couple of things. It's going to collect emails, it's going to deliver the thing that we give to people, and it's going to monetize in one of a couple of different ways, either through a direct offer, a timing delay to an offer, or into a funnel that's got offers built into it. Okay. So I want to show you a couple of examples, and then I'm also going to show you behind the scenes what the ManyChat automation looks like so that you can use that as well. Okay, so here's a couple of examples from this week. These first two were the better performing ones, and then this third one didn't generate as many leads, but again, it's like the quickest thing to create that you can possibly do. Okay, so the core premise here is single story. As I said, we're going to have a still image that can really be whatever. I'd probably recommend that it's something that's got your face in it. We understand with the algorithms that typically they want people over content that doesn't have people in it because it is social media. So I'd lean into that more. And that may be another reason that this one didn't do as well, because it didn't have myself in it. But that's the first thing, is just select a simple still image. The second thing is a headline. Okay, so you can see here, easiest dollars ever. This changes everything. And then this one I kind of rolled up the headline and the body copy all into one, and then separated out the call to action. Again, deviating from what worked in these other two, so that could be another reason that this one didn't perform as well. But hey, you got to keep testing all of these things. So that's the first thing, is some kind of headline or hook. The second thing is a body text. Okay, so you can see in this one, you're working too hard if you aren't generating customers 24/7 on autopilot and are still pounding the phones to get clients. The latest version of my lifestyle consulting system is in a league of its own. Comment playbook to get a free 25-page breakdown, right? So it's just a little blurb, and then there's a call to action with the text highlighted. Okay, same example here. 2 5-minute Instagram posts are making an extra 200 to 500 per day passive income. Reply passive below for a full training on the exact post, plus how I'm monetizing them step by step. And then you can see here, I structured the wording in this one slightly differently, but you can read that there. And then the same, it's got the call to action with that in capitals and highlighted. I think the other reason that this one probably didn't perform as well, still generated a bunch of leads, is because it's less specific. Most people are following me more so for this stuff rather than this type of content. So it could be that it's slightly less relevant to the audience. But again, these are so quick to create, and you literally do one in a day. So it's totally cool. So that's the framework that you're going to follow. You're going to want to give away a resource, or this one on the left here was just a YouTube video. It could be a PDF, it could be an ebook, it could be a Loom video. You want to give something away, right? You want to have a hook or a headline, then a little body text about what is it all about, and then in there you want to have the keyword that you want people to comment. Okay, now the keyword is what's ultimately going to trigger the automation here, and you can see on the left-hand side that it ties into whatever story, right? And the flow from there is very, very simple. They comment, hey, just confirming you're looking for this thing. Sweet. Drop your email below, grow the list, and then you can just send the thing over as well. Click the training, and then you can put a timing delay in. Okay, now this is the part that I want to talk about, which is monetizing this. So there's a few different ways that you can monetize this, and there's another in here actually that I should have mentioned. The first one is you could use this strategy, not give away a freebie, and you could use it as a hook to send people to an offer, whether that's an evergreen offer or it's something that you're doing a discount on for say 24 hours. You could do it that way. So you could do a direct offer. You could follow the exact same structure. I think it would be more effective if there was genuine urgency, genuine scarcity, and then in the delivery, I'd probably even cut this email piece out. Hey, just confirming you're looking for the thing, and then boom, I'd just send them the offer straight away in this first or second message here. Okay, so that's the first way that you can monetize this straight up. The main goal is lead generation more so here, but we can definitely monetize as well. Okay, the second one is a timing delay to an offer, and that's what you're seeing in this automation here, right? So it's sending the thing, then it's waiting 53 minutes, and then it's saying, by the way, if you want my help with this thing, my academy is the place to do it. Get the invitation down here, right? So you can delay, then make an offer. My gut says that you're better off with lower ticket stuff here, but I've been experimenting with sending my academy invitation, which is a $2,000 offer. The details are below this video if you want to check it out. My gut says you're better off doing a lower ticket one, lower barrier to entry, more kind of impulse buy. But again, I like to experiment with these things. The other thing you could do is put them into a funnel that has an offer built in, right? So to give you an example of that, if I go to my website here, and then I go free content, and then I go playbook, right? This is an opt-in page for a free resource. Now, if I opt in, what's going to happen is the free resource is getting sent via email, but then boom, there's a upsell, right? Now people can choose to take this, they can choose to ignore it, but that's another way that you could structure this. You could not ask for the email here. You could say, hey, you're looking for the thing, and then boom, you could just send them straight to a funnel like this where you collect the email, they get the free thing, and you make an offer at the same time. That's another way that you could approach this. Again, it's all just traffic, it's all just leads. Every brand, every market, every offer is going to perform differently with different tactics, and so these are the different ways that you can ultimately play around with this. And then the last one, and this is going to be more relevant for the folks selling the 4 and 5 figure offers, is now you've got someone in your DMs, ideally who's gone through a helpful free resource. Open dialogue with them, open the conversation with them, and say, hey, what's going on? What are you looking for? How can I help? Blah 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 blah. Build the relationship up. If you do sales calls, get them on a call, or you can just make your offer over the DMs if you do things like we do. All right. So with this simple one story a day strategy, there's a bunch of different ways that you can monetize it. If you're doing a lower ticket thing, you could do these first three. If you're doing only exclusively a higher ticket thing, DMs to call or just straight into the DMs that way. But it's all extra leads, it's all extra traffic, it's all gravy. Okay, so go ahead, give this one a go. Pair this with the video earlier in the week. These are a couple of newer things that I'm doing on Instagram where the preliminary signs are positive, so I figured I'd share them with you. Check out the details for the Lifestyle Business Academy in the description if you're interested in doing some work together, and I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.